I'm Evan Netch. I'm here at Kitty Hawk Kites Resort, and this is a 2020 Cabrinha Contra. The Contra is Cabrinha's light wind specific kite. Comes in a 13 up to a 19. So I'd say, this is kind of the one kite quiver add-on for anyone. So if you're a lighter weight rider, I'd say you go 15 or 13, or maybe you're using it with a foil, go with that smaller size Contra. If you're a bigger, medium-sized guy, maybe myself, 15 meter, step up kind of in that just sub 200 pounds. The 17 is a really good size, and I'd say if you're over 200, then the 19 is a really nice size in light wind. I wouldn't do multiple Contras. I would kind of do, maybe if you're on a 17 or 19 Contra, then do a step down to a 14 Switchblade, a 15 Contra, step down to a 12 Switchblade. Because these kites are designed specifically for light wind, if you do take a 13 out, say when it's blowing 20, 25, just because you can hold on to it, doesn't mean you're getting the best performance out of the kite. It really has its performance designed around light wind riding. And what have they done to make it, really perform great in light wind? One thing is they've tried to make it as light as possible. Give it the maximum stability in light wind. It sits a little deeper in the wind window, again, to kind of give it that low end grunt. Just get that power immediately when you're up on the board and riding, and just, give you the most out of your kite in those underpowered conditions. They've also tried to tune it to really maximize the steering. A big kite's going to be slow, but a big kite's going to be especially slow in light wind. Less line tension, slower kite. Even if you take a 6 meter out and it's only blowing 10 miles an hour, that 6 meters can be much slower than it is when it's blowing 30. So they've really kind of maximize, tweak the bridling, tweak the shape to really maximize the turning speed to make it as fast as possible for a large kite. If you're looking at differences for the Contra from 2020 to 2019, it's really a very, very similar kite. I'd say it's basically the same, and it's a stretch to really feel much difference, but they have tweaked the bridle on the leading edge a little bit. And what they've done is they've kind of allowed the kite to surge forward in the wind window just a little bit more. So if you're riding and you really stomp on the tail, you can get the kite to edge out a little bit more, which essentially is going to make it maybe a bit better for freestyle, and it's also going to give it just a little more top end. So if it is light but you get hit by a gust and you're getting overpowered, if you really stomp on the tail of the board, the kite will shoot forward in the wind window just a little bit better than it did in the past. The other big difference is it has the new nano ripstop canopy, and this is something that's not specific to the Contra but across the whole range of kites for 2020. And if you look really close at the canopy material, in the ripstop, Cabrinha uses a double ripstop. You can see the little ripstop squares are much tighter, much closer together. And they've re-engineered this material. They've also re-engineered the coating that goes on the material, the UV protection. And what I'm told is this material is the same weight as it was in the past, but it has twice the tear strength. Cabrinha's put a lot of time into developing this new material. I know they've done a lot of rigorous testing, leaving kites just out in the water in Hawaii for multiple days, hung on a buoy in the surf, just getting beat, and kind of done some back-to-back testing to really ensure this new material is significantly better than it was in the past, and it's passed the test. So this is a new exciting change for 2020. You have the chance to see this material. You can really visually feel and hear and see the difference. It sounds different on the beach as it flaps in the wind. It kind of sounds louder and crisper. And so I'm really excited for this material for this year. So like the rest of the Cabrinha kite range, the Contra on the wingtip, you've got an A and a B setting. You can kind of adjust your bar pressure, your fine-tune your personal preferences on the kite for your riding style. And yeah, that's about it. That is the Contra, the light wind specific kite for Cabrinha, whether you're, let's say, in the waves on a surfboard, maybe the smaller size on a foil board, and of course on a twin tip. So for more information on this kite or the rest of the Cabrinha line, check out kittyhawkkiteboarding.com or give a call into the store.